Yes, my people. We're there on a nice little vibe still. This is my flex. The rum. Guyanese rum. This is it here. The Guyanese rum. Yeah. And then I'm gonna mix it. The guy told me to mix it with this. So just holding a vibe still, man. Yeah, mix that up. Cheers, man. Yeah, that's sweet, man. That's nice. Let's put this to get cold in the fridge. Yes! I thought I'd come and just hold a little vibe, man. Just chilling out. Reflecting on how the day's been going. And now I just come back from just chilling with my auntie, man. Just having a little reasoning and stuff, man. Just asking questions and finding out about how things are done over here. And what opportunities there are. So I realized that, yeah, man, you know what? There's opportunity everywhere you go in life, you know. It just comes down to your mentality and the type of person you are. And if you have a vision, what's your long-term vision? I don't look at goals. I say, like, what is your long-term vision? Where do you see yourself, or how do you want to see yourself? So although there are challenges and ups and downs, it's how you look at those challenges and those ups and downs. Do they make you a better, a stronger person, a wiser person? However, there's always opportunities there. There's opportunity everywhere. Because other people are here making or earning money. Let's look at it that way. So that's why I'm here. I like to earn money. And I've always been a businessman. Always will be a businessman. But we were just talking about, like, people getting to their 60s and not even being able to leave the country. Some people have these dreams and ambitions and they just die at the work desk, you know? And I don't want to be one of those persons. As I'm speaking, I'm in Guyana. A couple of weeks ago, I was doing a podcast, and now I'm sitting here looking at what opportunities that in the next 10 years when I would like to retire, what opportunities I can utilize or put in place that can set me on the path of success. And success comes in different ways, you know. I've mentioned this before. My stream of income is going to be different from everybody else. As I said, if I can get anything for £1,500 to £3,000, I'll be happy. But as I said, there's a catch to it. Wherever I go, like where I am, I must not pay rent. So if I get that stream of income, I'm okay, because it wasn't about the money. For me, it was never about the money. Money comes and goes. It's about the experience and having these ambitions to go about to achieve what you want to do. Like, we're all here for a purpose. So it's for you to figure out what your purpose is. I'm still on the journey I'm still on the journey of working out what my purpose is, and I'm constantly growing and learning. That's my opinion and my philosophy. Some people are like, rah, you're a big man, you don't even know what your purpose is, or I'm like, I'm growing and learning, man. That's how I want to be like that, always be growing and learning, not to be stagnated. Because I'm learning things and seeing things from a different point of view. That's why I'm here. I'm here I know there's something out here. What it is, I don't know, and that's why I ask these questions. That's why I created this podcast. Because there's going to be some other young person, someone in my situation, they need that spark to say, you know what? Like they say, who am I? What am I here to do? What's my goal? What's my aim? What's my purpose? What's my ambition? However, I know I have some form of greatness in me, and it's just bringing it out. And that's what I'm doing to myself, figuring out and pushing and willing to learn, to grow, to understand who and what I am, and how to utilize the things around me to grow and to create opportunity and offer opportunity to other people as well. So that's what it's about. That's what the growth is about. So it's not about money. Money comes from that, going about doing something that you're passionate about, or you enjoy doing. You understand? And then you create wealth from that. I was just reasoning with my auntie that there's a building I'm gonna go to next week, and that building had a imperishable effect on the character and why I got into business. And I'm gonna show that next week. Because for me, I always like business. From when I got in there, like business has always been part of who I am. That's what I say. It's not about the money. So when someone says to me, "Oh, what £3,000 is a lot of money?" It's a lot of money to me because it depends on what other streams of income you've got on what you're doing and your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying to you? My lifestyle is very simple. I don't need a lot of fancy things. I'm very, very simple, very easygoing kind of person, man. So it's not that you're going to spend £3,000 every month. It's impossible. You might spend that 1 month, and the next month you're going to spend half of it, and so forth and so forth. So it's about creating this avenue here. So someone who's searching to figure out how to set up some form of retirement or put themselves in a better financial situation, because that's the journey. I'm at that crossroad. I don't have a lot, but I have access to a lot of things that can create wealth. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? I work part-time and look after my mum. However, it's just that there's a couple investments I've made that's okay for me. That if I, for example, I get to my 60s, I can retire abroad. However, that's what I'm saying. What I look and see that being in where I am in London, it's going to be challenging if I choose to retire at 60 because of the lifestyle and how expensive things is. So I have to look at other avenues to say, okay, where can I go that can create that comfortable lifestyle for me, but it has to be abroad. Yeah? So whether it be in Africa or the Caribbean, that's what I'm figuring out. That's the why reason. So that's what I say, when anyone that's listening to that young person or people my generation in the 40s, we have to look and plan where do we see ourselves at our 60s and be realistic and ask those uncomfortable questions or uncomfortable conversations about where do you want to be and how are you going to fund it. You know what I'm saying to you? How are you going to fund your lifestyle? Because if I want to retire, I said to myself, in the next 10 years plus, I don't want to go over 60. I've put it on record here, so that goes into the universe. I don't want to be working after 60. I'm off the plantation. That's why I'm looking to create things now that can put me off that plantation. To create different streams of income that I can say, yeah, I'm comfortable, and I've left the bar at 1,500 to 3,000. Now that can go higher. I'm just giving myself a little springboard, let's use that word, a little springboard to say, you know what, this is where I can come from. Because if you're getting 1,500 in Africa, remember, I've got no mortgage to pay, food is cheap. That's okay, because you're not always going to spend that 1,500 over there. So that would be like about 6 million shillings. Yeah. So if you got that, you're right, because your biggest overhead would be a mortgage. Yeah. So if you buy a car, you drive the car. You invest in drive the car. It will be your petrol. Insurance is cheap, and then you'll be paying for your house girl. Food is cheap, and if you're clever, you can get family land the way you can go get food from. So that's what I'm saying to you. Like, you're looking forward of how to make your money work for you in your older age. Yeah. This is why I'm planting these seeds now. I'm questioning myself. If I question myself in my 40s, when I get to 56, and I get to 67, by me questioning myself now, that in the next 10 years, it will spark something in me, and going through this journey we call life, and recording and putting it down. Words are powerful to spell. To say to myself, what can I do to create a stream of income within this bracket, and you can go on. It's a springboard. So any young person that's out there, as you said, it's about empowering young people. No, empowering people to make informed choices. It's about having a vision of where you want to go and how do you see yourself. You don't always want to work for somebody. There's nothing wrong with working for somebody, but they restrict your time of leaving. You can only go away for this particular time for 30 days? You know what I mean? So you're restricted. And as I said, time is important. As I said earlier in my podcast, time is important. You just don't go and just do projects for the sake of doing it. You have to think wisely, and that's what I do. Having a little reasoning with myself, awakening my higher consciousness of how to go about achieving my goals. Now, there's no straight road to it. There's going to be some ups and downs. But the point is, I'm like, by me planting these seeds, some seeds are going to grow, some are not going to grow. It says in the Bible, in the biblical term. Yeah? So that's what I'm doing. I'm planting some seeds. Those are words of wisdom, you know. My people suffer for a lack of what? Knowledge and wisdom. So I'm planting seeds, I'm planting ideas, and see which one catches. That's why I'm here. I'm seeing which one will work for me, which one will not work for me. Because as I said, there's no point just going and building a property just for the sake of building it. And when I was doing the calculation, for example, for me now, I was just doing some calculation. And this is why we're having these honest conversations. That you might come up with an idea, but you must also look at the pros and the cons. Now, for example, I was looking at, I inherit land here. I want to build a 2-bedroom property because I've built a 4-bedroom property house. And I'm like, oh, we made this mistake. And there's this where experience, if used wisely, can gain you wisdom that you can apply to help you avoid the further pitfalls that will come later on in your life. So building that big house, I was like, my children are not even in the house, maintaining the house, it's just a lot of issues and problems. And so I said, oh, you know what? If I was going to do a property, I'll do a 2-bedroom, which is more realistic, easier, less cost. So when I did the maths, that's why I'm here. When you do the maths, based in this particular country where I am, because of the value of the money is more, and this is very important as well, the value of the money here is higher than where I built. The value of the money there was very low. So I got maybe quadruple. And how when I started 10 years ago building my house. And things weren't that expensive. Things have gone up, but compared to how things are over here, it's way, way different. So I was looking at a 2-bedroom, doing some just quotation, kind of getting an idea, a feel of what it will cost. A 2-bedroom property to build here in Guyana, even if I'm being cheap, because I'm a business guy, I'm gonna look at cutting costs and get value for my money, as they would say. And a 2-bedroom property can easily cost you about 40 grand upwards. I'm like, what? Now you have to sit down and think, is that worth an investment? You have to really sit down and question yourself that, am I willing to invest that kind of money in a property that can take you maybe 5, 6, 7 years to build, because you're coming here part-time, you're only coming here once a year for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, because that's, your job allows you 30 days holiday. That's number one. Number two, £40,000 back in Africa for me, with my supervision, can build me a 4-bedroom house. So when I look at that, I'm like, damn, the maths doesn't add up. And where I was, for example, want to build, renting wise, I would not get the value of back my money. So do I keep that money, which can be a deposit in London, if I go on the outskirts like Luton, way in Luton, Birmingham, Leicester, like you're going really out of London, that's a deposit, not in London itself. That's a deposit on a house that's maybe 80 grand, 100 grand, yeah? So you have to think like that. Boy, that money could be used differently. You can put in an ISA and get something on it. I mean, there's just different ways you can look at it, how you want to use that money. So these are things you have to question, because when you look at your age and you're saying, you know what, all right, I'm gonna take that 40 grand and invest it in this country, Guyana, and build a property. How long is it gonna take you to build that property? Yes, the land will go up in value, the property will go up in value. But does your children want to take on that property? That's another question. So these are the things I question and ask myself. And this is about creating generational wealth. Yeah, that's important. But secondly as well, it's about you as you're getting older. How can you use that money wisely? Because you might need that physical cash, because you might have a rainy day, as we call it. But you might need that money for any reason, family reason, you know what I mean? Or I can use that money to invest in my children education, or put a deposit down for them, I don't know. So these are things I'm questioning, because that's what you're doing, those risk assessment and weighing up the pros and the cons. Or do I just, just get the land and fence it off, or lease the land? Yeah? So these are the questions that you ask yourself Just like I'm making an investment, isn't it? It's just the same as making an investment. There's risk everywhere, and it depends on your risk tolerance. So something else I thought about as well, I was like, you know what? I probably would take a gamble. I'll put it out there. I would probably take a gamble if I had the right location for a piece of land. I'll just go to a Chinese or Indian man and say, you know what? I'll build what we call a shell, and give it to him and say, you know what? You lease it off me. Run your business. Because that 40 grand can build you a shell. Because all you're doing is building 4 corners and a roof. That's more realistic. So it's not. I'm not dismissing it. That's what I'm thinking and observing and allowing the mind to think and ask questions, planting seeds and looking at different things from different point of view. That's why it's good to travel. That's why I travel and I look and I'm like, yo man, the Chinese and the Indians are just doing shops, or people just they will lease your land, where I still create generational wealth and I don't have to do any maintenance. Whereas if I invest in a property and I have to maintain it, I have to look after it, I have to put security, blah blah blah. No. So these are the ideas, because that's a stream of income, because I can give them a shell, you know what I mean, and get my £1,500 a month. Depends on the location. You know what I'm saying to you, and then have another business. So these are the things I said. It's just to drop the seeds and see which one grows and spark your mind and spark. That's why it's having these conversations are important. If you spend the time to listen to them, and I appreciate those who take their time out to listen to my little reasoning, because it's just me doing my I reasoning. Yeah. This is just to stimulate you, because if you listen to these conversations, they're also planting seeds for you, like what you want to do. Also, I do it for myself and for my children, so they can see the mindset of their father, and when they're on this position at this particular age or a younger age, they can use the experience that I'm giving so they can make informed choices, because they're not going to make my choices. We walk on 2 different roads, and I don't want them to walk on my road. However, what it is the pitfalls that they might have 40 grand or 50 grand, and they'll be like, yo, how can I utilize my money to work for me? And by watching these conversations, you can sit down and think about the things that you're going to do before you make your move. It's like playing chess. I played chess, but I've been a bit lazy. Not lazy, I just stopped playing chess. You got to think before you're moving it, or so an opponent makes a certain move and it makes you stop and what they're trying to do. So that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to figure out, I'm here for a purpose, and what is my purpose before you make your move. It's chess, isn't it? You gotta think before you move, and use your life experience as wisdom. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's the little reasoning that that's what's going through my mind, and I'm sharing it. Because we're a community, we're sharing. So when someone have to make some of these decisions that I have to make, they're like, yeah, okay, I can understand it from your point of view. Your knowledge is based on your circumference. Sometimes you have to come out of your environment to see things from a different point of view. So I know, that's why I said to you in the beginning, I don't want to be wasting my money renting. Don't want to do that again. But this is the first step. Buddha says the journey of a lifetime begins with the first step. This is the first step. So on the first step, you should gain some experience So when you take the second step, you're a bit more wiser from the experience that you gain. Yeah, because I might rent, but I might rent now at a different place or half price. So I'm gonna save from the situation I'm in. I'm gonna be a bit more wiser because this is money you're giving away, but it's okay. It's money that you're using to understand something, because it's better to use a small amount than you dashing away 40 grand. You get? So that's what you're doing. You're coming and you're researching, but you need a foundation. This is my foundation to build upon, and then to go forth and open up my eyes and listen. Not just listen with your ears, but listen with your eyes and your feelings. You have different, what do you call it, senses. They call it 6 senses, isn't it? 6, 7, 8 senses. Yeah, you're using all the different senses. Touch, smell, sight. Yeah, and you get a feel of like, I know I'm here for something. What is it? Or pray and ask to show me what are the right decisions, what are the right steps. Bring the right people around me to guide me and support me and give me that knowledge and wisdom that I need to move forward. Always pray. I think prayer is very important, man. Prayers, I think we underestimate prayers a lot. Prayers is very important because we all need guidance, and sometimes we get guidance in mysterious ways. Even though there's a lot of distraction that happens around us, that shouldn't distract you from being who you are or where your goal or focus is. You get? So we always pray for focus, man. Always pray for focus. The focus is important because there are many things happening. There are always many things that will happen, but it shouldn't distract you from where you're going. What is your ambition? What is your goal? What is your focus? Yeah. So I always pray. Pray to get wisdom and make the right decision. So anyone that's listening to this, always pray, man. Prayer is very powerful. I know people try to distract you from that, or whoever you pray to, I don't know, because everybody prays to different things. You know what I'm saying? So do what's right for you, not what's right for me. Yeah, man, that's my little reason with my little run, and that's what I said. My love belly here, I'm keeping that for till April, and then we start training, because I knew, yeah, that's just, it's about vision, isn't it? You know the situation you're going into, so I know that I'm not going to be doing focus fully on my my training, because I knew I was going to travel. And as I said, there's no cooker here. I don't use the microwave. So you're literally buying cooked food, and that's how you're living, you know what I mean? So I knew my eating is gonna be crazy. I know that. And next month it's gonna be worse crazy. So that's what vision is about. You know where you're going, you stay focused, and you will achieve your goal. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it, man. My second day here. I'm now gonna get used to the sleeping habit, because my body clock is still off. I'm tired, but I can't sleep. Because what's the time here now? It's like 10. I know in London it's a way different time. It's come to 11 here now, which is like my time in London. I will be getting ready for bed. You know what I'm saying? But in London, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So it takes like 2-3 days. Like tomorrow, today I napped. I was tired. I napped, but last night I could not sleep. You know what I mean? So my body is climatized into it. Yeah. This AC, I keep turning it off, on, off, because it gets too cold, and then it gets too, when I turn off the AC, it gets too hot. That's my body, it's just my body adapting, isn't it? Because I'm coming from London, it's cold. As soon as you land, it's blazing hot. Then you're like, it's too hot. Then you put back on the cold. Then you're like, it's too cold, I can't sleep with it. Halfway through the night, I turn it back on down. So it's just, it's the mind in it. It's the same like success, just adapting. I said, change your environment and you see things different. Your knowledge is based on your circumference. So when you're just stuck in one way, which is the cold, and you come here, which is the hot, it's totally opposite. So I have to adopt to the warm way, the hot way. That's why I'm gonna go all the shorts and vests, but tomorrow I'll change it up. Yeah, just the first couple of days, and then I'll put back on, because I can't wear heavy stuff. I can't wear too much heavy t-shirt and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my little reasoning and my observation of what's happening, and yeah, there's opportunities here. I'm saying there's opportunities everywhere, but it's not for everybody. That's the key word. The opportunities are not for everybody. It's not for everybody. You just have to. You really have to. It has to be something passionate within you, because these challenges is difficult. Let me give my example. Like, I was just speaking to my cousin, my auntie. I got hustle with my my exchange rate. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, I got robbed like 10,000 just on the exchange rate. So, and then you want me to come and build a house, like? You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. That's wisdom speaking there. You have to go through the trenches to understand. Yo, are you ready for this battle? You know, you understand. You have to, yeah, man. Everybody, remember, you have to take L's in it in the beginning, in it. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking L's, and it's taking the L's that teaches you. Are you ready for this journey? And if you're not ready for it, that's what I said. When I go abroad, you know, £200 abroad where I go in Africa, and I'm, because I'm so used to going to Africa, it's different, in it. That's what I'm saying. My mindset is on Africa because I've been there for a long time and I've invested. I've got my network there. Like, as soon as I land at the airport, I can call somebody. If I don't have to call somebody, I can go to I know the taxi thing. They can only hustle me this much because I know they might make an extra 2,000-3,000 shillings, but they're not going to make 20,000 shillings out of me. You know what I'm saying to you? I know how to get on a taxi. Here, I got hustle. I get hustle, and the thing about, I know I'm being hustled because I'm a hustler. I know I'm being hustled. That's the difference. The worst thing is that when you're getting hustled, that's what's smiling. I'm like, I know I'm getting hustled. However, I know that's the process I have to go through. That's the thing that pisses you off. Because I don't understand the currency. Yeah? I don't understand. I've been doing Africa for over 10 years plus. I understand the currency. Even if I take 6 years out of Africa, I still understand the currency. Yeah? Because of the consistency, I've been going there over and over and over and over again. It becomes normal to me now. However, here, I was born over here, and to be honest, this is my 4th time back in 47 years. From when I left from age, 9-ish, yeah, I didn't come back till my late, 30-somethings. Then I came back again in my 30-somethings, or nearly 40-ish. Then I come back in my 40s. You see? So the gap is too big. The gap is too big. So understanding the money, and it's gone, and money rules the world to some extent. You know what I'm saying to you? So you have to understand the money. And once you understand the money, then it gives you a bit more wisdom to how to make your move. As I said, getting the taxi. And I was telling my cousin, she's like, you got to hustle. And I know that. Buying like food. I'm buying at the wrong places, or the person, because they see me as a Westerner, they're like, nah, he's gonna go to a Westerner food. No, I'm local, man. Treat me like a local, because I'm local. Just because I'm abroad here, I don't live like a Westerner. I live like a local person. I want to live like a local person. Even if I have money or not, I dress like local people. I still got my slippers on. We call them sabatus in Uganda. I came like that. I dress local. The only difference is I've got a different purpose and reason. But I dress, even when I go abroad, the people look at me and say, look at this guy, he's worse than us. I dress local. Sometimes the wealthiest people in the world just dress simple. And I take that philosophy. There are people who dress better than me, and I've got more than them. And we're in Africa. There are guys who got designer gowns and stuff like that. And when they see me, like, look how poor this guy is. And then they come to my house and like, wow, is that your house? Yeah, I just dress what's comfortable for me. I don't need nice things to. So I want to be treated that way. That's how I feel. I'm like, nah, I don't need. You don't take me to something where it's expensive. Because that's not my lifestyle. That's what I said, £3,000. Some people are like, that's not a lot. It's okay for me. Because I know how to make that £3,000 work for me. Hence why now, when I fly out to Africa, I can survive on 1,000 because I don't pay rent. I make 1,000 work for me. And that 1,000, I use that money to just I'm fixing up my house. You get me? I eat local food and I just keep it local and keep everything simple. Because I was reasoning with the Asian man. He goes, I've got a lot of diverse group of friends. And they like me. They come and reason with me, and I like that. I appreciate that, man. It's called people skills, man. Few of my friends have told me that. Like, Russ, man, how the hell do you do that, man? How do you talk to all these different people, man? Because I'm easygoing, man. I'm very simple. I can talk to the poorest man, to the rich. I've got friends who are millionaire, and I've got friends who ain't got nothing. Yeah, and I can mix with all of them, and you're gonna see it. Especially when I go to Africa. Where I go to eat, when I record it, people look at me and like, bloody hell, is that where you go to eat? I will never go there. But I would. I would. And you're gonna see, you're like, right, is that where you go? Yep, I go there. And then I can go to the most expensive way, which is Serena Hotel. Doesn't bother me. That's why I said £3,000 can work for me, and that's why I put into the universe like, yo, give me my £3,000 cash, and wherever I'm living in the world, there has to be a catch with it. I don't pay rent. Every month there must be £3,000 that comes in, plus I have my side hustles. So that is the goal and that's the intention. So these things, I just want to keep it simple, because the Asian man said to me, Russ, you see us Asian guys, we don't always buy the name brands, and we might see a name brand and it costs, for example, £4, and we see something that's similar quality but it's £3.50, we'll buy the £3.50 and keep the 50p. I'm from cheers to that. I'll keep the 50p. I've always been like that. I'll keep the 50p. Because that 50p goes to another day, and it adds up and it adds up, and those 50p are going to help you in the long run. So yeah, we were reasoning, when was it? On Wednesday, he was telling me. He owns he's in Harrow. He owns a 2-bedroom property, and he said, Russ, I've got about 40 grand left. My mortgage is finished. His dad helped him out, and I was asking him for, like, I think his head is younger than me. He's what, 37 or 38? And I said to him, well, like, what wisdom can you give me? Like, he goes, Russ, I just invest, and I go when I'm doing shopping, I go and check the prices of different shops for things, and if I'm passing there, I might pick up something from here. I'm very clever how I do my driving. So if I know I need this and that, I just look. You just plan. But it goes those little money, this little pence I'm saving, they add up. Yeah, man. And that's how I said the Bengali guy helped me.